Mu'adh from India.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, I want to ask about what incidents happened with Sahaba after the death of Prophet alayhi salam. There is one Sahaba named Hazrat bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu.
Hadrat bin Malik?
Anas bin Malik.
Anas bin Malik is the servant of the Prophet alayhi salam. May Allah be pleased with him. Okay.
There has been no rainfall this year. His servant told him, so if there will be no rain, your land will be remain barren. So Hazrat Anas bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu pray to Allah, and rain start, but only on his fields, not another. So is it karamat, and is this authentic?
I was not there at the time, and this is possible. It's Allah's will to send the rain wherever He wants. So if this had happened and it only rained on Anas ibn Malik's farm, who is the servant of the Prophet ﷺ, who is one of the fortunate people to receive dua, because when his mom Sulaim brought him to the Prophet ﷺ and said, "O Prophet of Allah, your servant, Unais," this is a nice way of calling children by making their name in the small form. "Your servant Unais," which is Anas, "make dua for him." So the Prophet said, "O Allah, prolong his life and increase his wealth and put barakah in his offspring and forgive his sins." Prolong his life, he said, "I'm over, I think, 100 years of age now." And put barakah in his wealth. Every farm in Medina gives produce once a year. My farms give twice a year. And increase his offspring. He says, "I have buried over 100 souls of my own offspring, children, grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. And I am wishful that the fourth one would also be answered, which Allah would forgive my sins." So this is a possibility, and Allah knows best. Shahjan from Uzbekistan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh wa maghfiratuhu wa sadaqah jariyah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't add anything else to that. That's more than sufficient. The Prophet ﷺ used to say that alone. So adding to it, "Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, maghfiratuhu wa sadaqatun jariyatun wa salatu wa salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa aqim as-salat." What are you doing, khutbah? So just limit it to what the Muslims all know. "Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What can I do for you?"
Okay, sorry, Sheikh. So I just had a simple question. So I just wanted to know, is investing on stocks halal?
This is a generic question. Stocks is something generic. There are stocks of liquor companies, Heineken, Budweiser, and the likes. There are stocks of cigarettes, tobacco. There are stocks of entertainment, Netflix, whatever. There are stocks of things that deal with interest in haram, such as banks, financial institutions, insurance. Dealing with haram activities in stocks is totally haram. Now there are halal activities, manufacturing machines, manufacturing cars, agricultural companies, companies that provide services, utilities, etc. Their activities are halal. So trading in their stocks depends on their financial dealings. Meaning, if they finance their projects through riba, then you are a partner in that project or that income that is generated. If they deposit their money in riba-based banks and get interest and give it as dividends, again, this is haram. So it is permissible to deal with stocks, providing that the line of work is halal. Number two, that they do not finance or deal with riba.